Fantastic, excellent. Well, good morning and welcome. Today is the launch of our formal No Hate campaign. This is a campaign that was paid for and made available through funding from the Ministry of the Solicitor General through our Proceeds of Crime grant. It has allowed us to essentially relaunch a campaign that has been previously launched here in the city of Peterborough, most recently in 2017, so nearly a decade ago. And for us, it's a method and a means by which we want to encourage the community to proactively report hate crime or hate bias incidents. I would be remiss to say that as we applied for this grant, that we received tremendous support from the City of Peterborough, who I see we have representation from the back, thank you. Also the New Canadian Centre, Race Relations Committee, and the Peterborough Youth Services, who all helped to review and inform the submission that we made to the Ministry of Solicitor General to be able to obtain funding to provide for this. So, as I said, this is paid for, materials paid for through a grant at no cost to the Peterborough Police Service or the community to help us promote awareness around hate crime, hate bias incidents. We already do a great job of encouraging people to report these crimes, as we have seen, and I expect that we will see an increase in reporting. That would be natural as we draw attention to this sort of thing. And quite frankly, we know that hate crime and incidents of hate bias are underreported. So if what we can do to reduce and break down those barriers to make it easier for people to report these types of crime, because quite frankly, hate has no place in our community. If we see something, we expect people to say it, call it out, name it for what it is, and report it to the police. A hate incident, although it may not rise to the level of criminality, is still important to bring to the awareness of the police so that we can then look at, is there patterns happening here that we should be aware of? You can report hate bias incidents online through our website. We've recently launched a new intranet page which you can obtain and achieve through the QR code on the information that we provided you here today. You will get more information about what a hate crime is versus a hate incident in that location and how you can report it. It is important to know that hate crimes are not reported online. Hate bias incidents are. And that's because we want to attend, we want to be able to come out and investigate those criminal incidents. So please take a moment to visit our site. If you do see something, say something, name something. We are framing the context of this initiative under the No Hate logo that all officers and all employees of the police service will be provided with a pin that they can wear on their uniform to indicate that hate has no place here. This is a formal 2-month program. You will see advertising through print, online, radio, and television, and of course noticeably on bus backs. So as you're driving through the city, we have advertising on the back of city buses to try and bring awareness to this. We do know that Peterborough has a history of having a high incidence of rate of hate crimes, but low total volume. But given the population size of our community, the volume of crime increases the rate per 100,000. And as I said, I would expect to see that will increase through this awareness campaign because we need people to feel comfortable. I believe people are increasingly comfortable coming to the Peterborough Police to report these types of incidents because they know they are taken seriously. We have a dedicated hate crime investigator and we do lay charges. And we make sure that where charges are warranted, charges will be actively pursued and people will be brought before the courts to answer. Hate has no place here. Quite frankly, in Peterborough, there is no room because we do not tolerate hate. So at this particular point, I think I'll just leave any questions that might be available or might come to mind before we go outside to have a look at one of our buses.